Welcome back to the channel. If you've ever looked at a 50-cent coin and thought it was just pocket change, think again. Today, we're uncovering the top 4 most valuable and rare Australian 50-cent coins that could be hiding right under your nose. Maybe in your wallet, a drawer, or an old coin jar. The Australian 50-cent coin was first introduced in 1966 during the country's transition to decimal currency. Originally made of silver, the coin was soon reissued in its current copper-nickel form due to rising silver prices. Over the years, certain editions have stood out, thanks to limited mintages, special commemorative designs, or rare minting errors that make them highly sought after. These aren't just coins, they're pieces of Australian history, and some of them are fetching hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auctions and among private collectors. So whether you're a veteran coin hunter or just starting out, this list could change the way you see spare change forever. Let's get started. First up, the 2001 Australian 50-cent commemorative coin, an intricately detailed piece that doesn't just carry monetary value, but the very DNA of Australia's federation. At first glance, it may seem like just another coin, but closer inspection reveals a deeply symbolic masterpiece that embodies every Australian state, every territory, and the pride of a nation. And if your coin happens to be in very good condition, this seemingly simple piece of metal could be worth hundreds, and maybe even more, a silent millionaire maker waiting to be uncovered. Let's begin with the heart of what makes this coin so spectacular, the design. The reverse of the coin proudly displays the Australian coat of arms, featuring a shield with 6 distinct sections, each one representing a state of Australia: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. The shield is flanked by Australia's most iconic fauna, the red kangaroo on one side and the emu on the other. These animals were chosen because neither can walk backward, symbolizing a nation that only moves forward. Above the shield rests the Commonwealth Star, a 7-pointed star seated on a wreath, 6 points for each state and 1 representing Australia's territories. Below, delicate sprays of golden wattle, the national floral emblem, curl beneath a scroll proudly inscribed with Australia. This version of the 50-cent coin, minted in 2001, was created to mark the centenary of Federation, a momentous occasion in Australia's history when, in 1901, the 6 separate British colonies united under one constitution to become the Commonwealth of Australia. The symbolism is rich, the detail is striking, and the message is clear. This coin is a tribute to unity, strength, and national pride. The lettering Australia and 50 are engraved boldly, with Latin-inspired symmetry and balance that harks back to traditional heraldry and classical coin design. The reverse is a celebration, not of a monarch or battle, but of a moment that changed the trajectory of a nation. When it comes to specifications, this coin stays true to the iconic 12-sided design introduced with the copper-nickel 50-cent coins in 1969. It is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a weight of 15.55 grams and a diameter of 31.51 millimeters. Its dodecagonal, 12-sided shape not only sets it apart visually, but also makes it immediately recognizable in circulation. The obverse, as with most coins of the era, features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, a modern and more lifelike effigy that took over from earlier portraits in the late 1990s. The sharp, clean lines of the Queen's profile balance beautifully against the ornate detail of the coat of arms on the reverse. In terms of market value, circulated examples of the 2001 commemorative 50-cent coin usually sell for $2 to $5 Australian dollars, depending on their condition and clarity of detail. However, coins in very good to extremely fine condition, with minimal wear, intact edging, and crisp designs, are highly desirable, fetching $10 to $30 Australian dollars, and sometimes more. The value increases significantly when the coin is part of a proof set, remains uncirculated, or has been professionally graded by a service such as PCGS or NGC. In those cases, it's not uncommon to see prices ranging from $50 to $150 Australian dollars, with rare top-graded examples exceeding those figures at auctions. But what truly drives up the value and elevates this coin to a collector's dream is the presence of error coins. In the minting process, even a slight misalignment, double strike, clipped planchet, or die crack can turn a regular coin into an extraordinary rarity. And yes, error versions of the 2001 50-cent coin do exist. These anomalies have been known to sell for several $100s, especially when authenticated and presented in a certified slab. Combine that with the fact that this coin is tied to one of the most significant milestones in Australian political history, and it becomes more than currency. It becomes a valuable artifact. What makes this coin even more thrilling is its historical appeal beyond Australia. Collectors from around the world, particularly those interested in Commonwealth history, heraldic symbols, and British colonial transitions, are increasingly looking toward Australian coinage. The detailed coat of arms, the Latin-inspired design structure, and the coin's strong sense of national identity appeal not only to Australians, but also to global numismatists. This rising international demand is expected to drive values even higher over time, especially for coins in premium condition or featuring rare production quirks. In a time when digital money is quickly replacing tangible currency, coins like the 2001 50-cent commemorative piece are gaining new value as physical connections to history. They are disappearing from circulation, being hoarded by collectors, or simply lost to time. Every year, the number of well-preserved examples shrinks, and that scarcity is what makes every remaining piece more valuable. Holding on to one now, especially in very good condition, is like owning a small piece of Australia's soul, and potentially a big piece of its economic future. But here's the real magic. This coin doesn't need to be gold or ancient to be valuable. Its value lies in its meaning, its art, its story, and its increasing rarity. As demand continues to climb, this coin is steadily transforming from commemorative pocket change into a serious investment opportunity. For those who can spot high-grade versions or identify rare errors, the profits can be substantial. This is not just a collector's hobby, it's a movement, a race to preserve pieces of national heritage before they vanish. So, could the 2001 commemorative 50-cent coin make you a millionaire? While no single coin guarantees such a windfall, it's entirely possible that a pristine error coin, combined with growing collector demand and international market interest, could command thousands in the future. And if you're someone who holds multiple well-kept examples or inherits a stash of uncirculated coins, your humble collection may be worth far more than you ever imagined. The next time you're sorting through your change, take a closer look. That 50-cent piece might not just be a coin. It might be your hidden ticket to fortune and history combined. Next up, the 1980 Australian 50-cent coin, though found in circulated condition, is one such hidden marvel. While it may not immediately catch your eye, this coin has a rich backstory, a strong market following, and just enough rarity and mystery to make it a potential jackpot for collectors and investors alike. With the right combination of condition, mint error, and market timing, this humble 50-cent piece could be the unexpected key to an extraordinary payday. Let's begin with the design, bold, iconic, and proudly Australian. The reverse side of the 1980 50-cent coin showcases the Commonwealth coat of arms, one of the most intricate and symbol-rich images ever placed on Australian currency. This design features a shield divided into 6 sections, each representing one of Australia's states. On either side stand 2 of the nation's most emblematic animals, the red kangaroo and the emu, both unable to move backward, symbolizing a nation always moving forward. Above the shield rests the 7-pointed Federation star, with 6 points for the states and the 7th for the territories, all seated upon a decorative wreath. Surrounding the entire image are sprays of golden wattle, the national floral emblem, binding this patriotic design into one cohesive, stunning work of art. On the obverse, the coin features the stately portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Arnold Machin, which was used on Australian coins from 1966 to the mid-1980s. This version of the Queen shows her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, with a dignified expression and clean lines that balance beautifully against the ornate detail of the coat of arms. The symmetry of this coin, the power of the reverse design combined with the grace of the obverse, gives it a timelessness that collectors deeply appreciate. It isn't just currency, it's a small but powerful representation of Australia's national story. From a technical perspective, the 1980 50-cent coin holds the classic specifications introduced in 1969. It is struck in copper nickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel, making it highly resistant to wear and corrosion. It has a weight of 15.55 grams, a diameter of 31.51 millimeters, and most recognizably, a 12-sided shape, a distinctive dodecagon that makes it instantly identifiable among other circulating coins. Its edge is plain, but the bold edges of the coin's shape add a tactile quality that collectors love. Although it was produced in large quantities, the survival rate of high-quality circulated coins has dropped drastically over time. Now, let's talk value, the part that turns a common coin into a potential collector's dream. In typical circulated condition, most 1980 50-cent coins might be worth $1 to $3 Australian, depending on how much detail remains in the design. However, the story doesn't end there. Coins that have retained strong detail, show minimal surface wear, and still exhibit some original mint luster can be worth $5 to $10 AUD. And if a coin is found in uncirculated or near uncirculated condition, or has been stored carefully since minting, it can command $20 to $50 or more in today's collector markets, especially if certified by professional grading services. But the real treasures are the error coins, the anomalies that slipped through quality control and became unexpected rarities. There are confirmed instances of clipped planchets, off-center strikes, die cracks, double obverse prints, and even misaligned dies for the 1980 50-cent coin. These minting errors are like gold to collectors. Depending on the type and severity, an error coin from 1980 can fetch anywhere from $100 to over $500, especially when professionally graded and slabbed. Combine that with the coin's age, condition, and scarcity of surviving clean examples, and it's no wonder these errors are being hunted across the country. The current demand for Australian decimal coins from the 1970s and 1980s is stronger than ever. As more collectors aim to build full-year sets in high-grade condition, the pressure to find well-preserved 1980 coins has intensified. What was once considered common has now become surprisingly hard to find in good shape, thanks to decades of use, coin melting, and general attrition. And as interest continues to grow, particularly from international collectors and younger investors, the value of coins from this era continues to trend upward. Another factor boosting the 1980 50-cent coin's appeal is its position in Australian history. It was minted in the lead-up to significant changes in both currency design and national sentiment. By the early 1980s, Australia was undergoing economic and cultural shifts, and the currency reflects that bridge between eras. The coin acts as a historical snapshot, capturing a moment when tradition, monarchy, and evolving national identity all converged. Owning one is like holding a piece of the past that still resonates today. But what truly makes this coin exciting is its accessibility. Unlike ultra-rare pre-decimal coins, the 1980 50-cent coin is still occasionally found in circulation. That means anyone could stumble upon it, whether it's tucked inside a family coin jar, buried in an old wallet, or received as casual change. And in those everyday places could lie an unassuming coin that turns out to be an error variant, a high-grade survivor, or a key piece for a growing collection. With proper storage and verification, even a coin in circulated condition can leap in value overnight. So, can the 1980 Australian 50-cent coin make you a millionaire? While it's unlikely that a single coin in average condition will bring in seven figures, the real opportunity lies in knowledge and quantity. If you hold multiple high-grade coins, identify rare errors, or invest in collecting and grading overlooked pieces like this one, the potential for profit multiplies quickly. And in a booming market where collector demand is surging, even ordinary coins from 1980 are starting to shine like never before. Don't underestimate what's already in your possession. The 1980 Australian 50-cent coin may appear simple, but it holds the weight of national history, artistic design, and evolving market value. Check your change, sort your jars, and examine every detail, because your path to discovery and possibly wealth could begin with this iconic dodecagonal coin. Next up, the 1999 Australian 50-cent piece, a stunning, iconic design in excellent condition that has begun to stir waves in the collector market. With its bold imagery, impeccable heritage, and hidden potential for minting errors and condition rarity, this coin could be far more than just 50 cents. It might just be the golden opportunity hiding in your change, an overlooked masterpiece with the power to change your fortune. Let's begin with the design, timeless, heraldic, and deeply nationalistic. The reverse of the 1999 50-cent coin features the Commonwealth coat of arms, a striking image that brings together the symbolic essence of every Australian state and territory. The coat of arms is composed of a central shield divided into 6 parts, each representing one of the 6 states, held up by 2 of the most uniquely Australian creatures, the red kangaroo and the emu. Above the shield floats a 7-pointed Federation star, 1 point for each state and 1 for the combined territories. Wrapped around the base are delicate sprays of golden wattle, Australia's national flower, giving the entire design a powerful, symbolic cohesion. It's more than artwork, it's the very soul of Australia, cast in metal. The obverse, meanwhile, introduced something fresh and elegant in 1999, a new portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. This design replaced the long-standing Mackin portrait and introduced a more lifelike, refined depiction of the Queen. The rank broadly effigy was meant to modernize the monarch's image on Australian coinage, and it brought a sense of regal maturity that harmonized with the historical significance of the reverse. Coins from 1999 are especially popular with collectors because they capture this transition between eras, where both tradition and modernity collide in a single, beautifully struck piece. When it comes to specifications, the 1999 50-cent coin sticks to the trusted formula established in 1969. It is struck in copper-nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, weighs a solid 15.55 grams, and measures 31.51 millimeters in diameter. Its iconic 12-sided dodecagonal shape makes it instantly recognizable and unique in global coinage. The plain edge and substantial weight give it a satisfying feel in hand, a real coin collector's dream. But while the design and specs remain consistent, subtle minting differences and rare error variants from 1999 have pushed this coin to the top of many collectors' must-have lists. In excellent condition, this coin takes on an entirely different level of prestige. Most coins from 1999 have been heavily circulated, scratched, dulled, and damaged through years of everyday use. But those that have been preserved, kept in collections, mint sets, or simply handled with care, are now becoming increasingly rare. An excellent condition 1999 50-cent coin, with bold relief, clean fields, and a strong edge, is already fetching $10 to $25 Australian dollars in private sales and online marketplaces. That's more than 20 to 50 times its face value, and that's just for condition alone, without factoring in rarities. Now, let's talk minting errors, the wild cards of the coin world. Minting errors such as clipped planchets, off-center strikes, cut breaks, die clashes, or double obverse are the true golden tickets for coin collectors. A confirmed mint error on a 1999 50-cent coin can skyrocket the value to anywhere from $100 to $600 Australian dollars, depending on the severity and clarity of the flaw. If you're lucky enough to own a professionally graded error coin, it could easily fetch four figures at auction, especially with the booming interest in late 90s decimal coinage. These rare mistakes, preserved by chance, are some of the most exciting and valuable finds in Australian coin collecting. Beyond errors, there's another reason this coin is heating up: its increasing scarcity and high grade. Many collectors today are building complete year sets of 50-cent coins, and 1999 is proving one of the harder years to find in pristine condition. While the mintage was not excessively low, the passage of time and constant circulation have made excellent condition examples far less common than expected. As more collectors compete for the best surviving specimens, the price continues to rise, creating a demand spike that shows no signs of slowing down. It's also worth noting the broader collector trends that favor coins like the 1999 issue. With modern commemoratives becoming more frequent, classic coat of arms designs have become increasingly revered. They represent continuity, strength, and the early days of Australia's decimal currency system. Collectors often see these coins as the anchors of their collection, and 1999, with its updated Queen's portrait and detailed execution, has become a key anchor year. This makes the coin not just desirable, but essential for those who want a full, clean run of late 20th century 50-cent pieces. So, the big question: could the 1999 50-cent coin make you a millionaire? Maybe not with one coin, but it could certainly be part of a collection that leads you there. Imagine owning several high-grade examples, or discovering a rare error version, or simply getting in now before prices spike even further. As demand increases and supply tightens, the value of this unassuming 1999 coin may very well surpass everyone's expectations. It's the kind of coin that reminds you wealth doesn't always come in gold. Sometimes, it's disguised as a shiny silver polygon resting quietly in your pocket. The 1999 Australian 50-cent coin is more than money. It's history, art, and opportunity wrapped into one beautifully struck piece. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a curious hobbyist, or just someone checking their old change jar, this coin should be on your radar. Check its edges, feel its weight, admire its detail, because if it's in excellent condition, or better yet, if it hides a rare minting flaw, you could be holding a ticket to serious value. Don't let it slip through your fingers. This could be the coin that changes everything. Next up, The 2004 Australian 50-cent coin. Though not widely recognized as a rare or ultra-valuable coin at first glance, this piece has a growing collector base due to its beautiful design, sturdy specification, and increasing demand in the numismatic world. Especially when found in extra fine condition, this coin transforms from ordinary change to a serious asset that may be hiding its real value in plain sight. For collectors with sharp eyes and a little bit of luck, the 2004 50-cent coin might be more than just pocket money. It could be a key piece in building a fortune. At the core of this coin's allure is its stunning design, which is steeped in tradition yet timelessly elegant. The reverse features the Australian coat of arms, proudly showcasing a shield divided into 6 parts, each segment representing one of the 6 Australian states. On either side, you'll find 2 of the most iconic symbols of the nation, the red kangaroo and the emu, animals that can't walk backward, symbolizing a nation always moving forward. Above the shield sits the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, with 6 points for the states and 1 for the territories, all placed upon a decorative wreath. Framing the base are detailed sprays of golden wattle, the national flower, and a bold scroll bearing the word Australia. It's not just a coin, it's a national emblem rendered in miniature form. The obverse side of the coin reflects a significant chapter in the modern history of Australian currency. It features the mature and dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This version, introduced in 1999, replaced the earlier Mackin portrait and quickly became the standard for all Australian coins. Rank Broadley's depiction is more lifelike and realistic, capturing the monarch with regal authority and subtle humanity. The blend of the historic reverse with the contemporary obverse makes the 2004 issue a standout in the modern decimal era, a coin that bridges generations and captures both royalty and republic in its dual-sided beauty. In terms of specifications, the 2004 50-cent coin follows the well-established standard introduced in 1969. Struck in copper nickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel, this coin weighs 15.55 grams, measures 31.51 millimeters in diameter, and features the instantly recognizable 12-sided dodecagonal shape. This design not only gives it a distinctive feel and appearance, but also makes it unique among global coinage. The plain edge and solid composition ensure durability, a reason many of these coins have withstood years of handling while retaining much of their original detail, particularly when stored or used sparingly. Now, when it comes to market value, condition is everything, and extra fine condition is where the excitement begins. In heavily circulated states, the 2004 50-cent coin is typically worth just over its face value, around $1 to $2 AUD. But coins in extra fine condition, where design details remain sharp, luster still shines through, and where is minimal, can easily command $5 to $15 Australian dollars on collector marketplaces. Coins that verge on uncirculated or come from mint sets can fetch $20 to $50 Australian dollars, especially when paired with their original packaging or confirmed provenance. In the world of numismatics, even modest figures like these can compound quickly when collectors start building full-year runs or rare-condition sets. But here's where things get very interesting: the potential for minting errors on 2004 50-cent coins. Several error types have been confirmed from this year's production, including clipped planchets, off-center strikes, cut errors, and die cracks. These small imperfections, caused during the minting process, drastically increase a coin's rarity and desirability. Some verified error coins from 2004 have sold for $100 to $400 Australian dollars, and professionally graded errors, especially those in pristine condition, have even breached the $500 plus AUD mark. These coins often fly under the radar, making them the perfect sleeper investments for savvy collectors. The current demand for modern decimal coins, particularly those from the early 2000s, has exploded in recent years. As collectors aim to complete full sets of 50-cent coins in high-grade condition, years like 2004 are becoming harder to find in the quality that matters. While the mintage for the standard 2004 issue was not especially low, the sheer volume of coins that entered heavy circulation has left only a fraction in extra fine or better condition. The more time passes, the rarer those examples become, And as rarity increases, so does the market value. It's the basic law of supply and demand. And in numismatics, it always pays off. There's also an emotional and historical appeal to coins like the 2004 issue. It's a coin that many Australians still remember using daily, a familiar presence in lunchboxes, fuel payments, and daily life. That emotional connection is increasingly valuable in a collecting world that cherishes memory as much as rarity. Coins like this capture a moment in time, a period when Australia was firmly modern but still grounded in its traditions. As the country continues evolving, these coins serve as small, tangible markers of history, giving them not only numismatic value but deep sentimental worth. For investors and collectors alike, the 2004 Australian 50-cent coin represents opportunity on multiple levels. Whether you're seeking it for a high-grade collection, looking to trade in the error coin market, or simply interested in holding onto well-preserved examples as future assets, this coin is gaining traction across all fronts. The value isn't just in the metal or the design. It's in the growing interest from local and international buyers, the condition curve, and the rarity trajectory. And as more people wake up to its hidden potential, prices are only expected to climb higher. So, could the 2004 50-cent coin make you a millionaire? Maybe not overnight, but with the right collection, the right condition, and the right buyer, it's not out of the question. A well-curated portfolio of high-grade 2000s era coins, especially with error pieces or limited releases, could easily grow into tens or hundreds of thousands in value over time. And if you hold a rare piece from 2004, you're already ahead of the curve. Sometimes, it's the coins you least expect that hold the biggest surprises. So check your collection, study your coins, and take a second look at that shiny 12-sided treasure from 2004. It might be far more valuable than you ever imagined.